Dela writes, my MVVs, welcome.
As iron is eaten by rust, so are the envious people eaten by their own passion. Royal Brawl, as Oletik and Blublo scattered everywhere. They said Oletik slammed Blublo, that Blublo is forcing herself on Kabiesi and Queen Naomi. And they said during this time out, she walked out on Oloris in their meeting. I'm not going out with any crowd, she said. Right now, the Wahala is getting out of hand, as we are hearing. They said they had a meeting, that is the Oloris, they had a meeting, and they were going to discuss how they will, color the occasion of Ooni of Ife's royal friend, okay? They said he is celebrating an anniversary with his wife right there in Ile Ife. And so the wives were supposed to go and support Ooni of Ife, support this family, and this event is happening next month, right? So they now call the meeting for the Oloris to come so they can discuss on what color of clothes, what color of fabric they will use for the event. Now, it's not as if they wanted to do uniform, but they wanted to use the same color. That the reason why they called for the meeting was to choose a color of their gele and their cloth like they used to do, right? And this time, Oletik refused to come for that meeting. And because Oletik refused to come to be a part of the meeting, you do know that they are all in the palace right now, except for Dr. Elizabeth, who is not in the palace. Oletik was right there in the palace. When they called, they were supposed to meet in their open area where they used to sit down and discuss. And Oletik refused to come out for the meeting. And because Oletik was not there, they had to move the meeting to another time where she will be there, showing consideration to her because, of course, she is a mother of twin, right? You do know that they are always very busy. Having one child is a handful, not to talk of having two at the same time, right? And so they said, maybe she's very busy with the kids. There's no need for them to go on. They want everybody to be there because there was a time where they had a meeting and they chose colors. Oletik said she would not go with those colors, that she didn't like the colors. And they didn't want that to repeat itself again. You know that others they are older than her, right? Among the ones in the palace now, if Ebony is not there, I think Oletik is still about the youngest. So they wanted her to be there so that she can have an opinion. If they are going to choose a color, they want to choose a color that everyone can resonate with, right? And so she was not there. They had to move the meeting, okay? Now, they chatted themselves on their WhatsApp group. That's where they used to communicate. And they moved the meeting to another day where they felt like everybody was going to be around, right? Even those who are working so hard, who are even working in Lagos, they had to stay back so they can have the meeting. Oletik was there in the palace and she did not come out. And she didn't come out. And so she was sent. They sent somebody to go and call her, to go and knock and call her to come, that the meeting had started. It took her another 45 minutes to come out. When she came out, they said she was so I don't know, withdrawn, giving attitude, all of those, frowning her face, you know how she does. You have been seeing her in events, right? If she can be like that outside in different events, imagine what happens inside. So as we are hearing, they said that when they now chose the colors they were going to use, she had not contributed the whole time that they were there talking about issues and all of that. She never contributed a word. And when they now chose a color, everybody chose, they all were in agreement, and she didn't say a word. So Blublo now said to Oletik that they have not heard her say a word, that what is a problem. Is there a problem? Is she okay? And she said she was fine, yeah? And then And she now asks, they asked her why she has not said a word. She said she's got nothing to say. Are you okay with the color? She said it doesn't matter to her because she is not going out with any crowd. Yeah. And, not going out with any crowd, the lorries were there. It was very, very offensive. Like, what do you mean crowd? Are we now crowd? Because waiting when I've been before now. Okay, so are we now crowd? They said, Blublo asked, what do you mean you're not going out with any crowd? How are we now crowd? Like crowd? And so when you look at her attitude, her disposition when she is out with these Oloris, you see that there is something about her. It's either like maybe she's not comfortable with them, or I don't know if it is complex. I don't even know what it is, but you and I know that there's something about that Oletik. And she said she wasn't going out with crowd. And this was very, very, it was very resentful the way she said it. And they now asked why she would say something like that in front of them, that she should withdraw it. She said she is not withdrawing it. And they said, Blublo asked her to withdraw it. And she said she is not withdrawing anything. That right now, Blublo is beginning to act as though she is the angel that was sent from heaven, forcing herself on people who do not even want her, forcing herself on Ooni of Ife and Queen Naomi, that she is not going out with any crowd, and she said what she had to say, and they said that was how she walked out on the entire wives that were right there. If this information is true, they said that was what happened, that she was very apprehensive, very disrespectful towards others, and everybody was shocked as to what brought about that one. But obviously, you and I can tell that a lot of them are now, very upset. They are begrudging Blublo because they feel that Blublo decided to back out on them. They're supposed to continue the fight. And Blublo says she is not fighting again. Yes, it is true that a lot of people do not trust Blublo. Even me, I don't trust her. We have to see how sustainable this is if she is really on the side of Olori Naomi, because the way she turned and started facing Olori Naomi maybe is just a strategy, as a lot of people are saying, right? But however, she must be given the benefit of doubt, and that is what a lot of people are saying, while they are telling Naomi to dine with long spoon and be very careful with all of these Oloris and not trust anyone. But right now, as we are hearing what is going, if the information is true, they said that it was a very serious battle between Oletik and Blublo. She kept attacking Blublo, that Blublo is a this, Blublo is a that. Blublo is just forcing herself, and Kabiesi doesn't care. Kabiesi could care less about Blublo. What she is an industrialist who is making money for Kabiesi, and that is all she would ever be. Kabiesi does not even care about her. If Kabiesi had cared about her, the proposition for surrogacy for her, Kabiesi would have approved it, wanting, and that is something that, of course, a gist for another time, right? That she brought it up. She was really, really rude and unruly towards Blublo, because the only reason why they say she is doing this, or she was doing this, is because she also felt like Blublo betrayed them. I'm going to bring you more update. Do not forget, these are all alleged, rumored, and speculated information making the rounds on social media. I'll bring you more update. I appreciate you so much. Thank you.